Are you tired of Christmas cookies yet? I didn't think so. How can you get tired of Christmas cookies? There's so many types. This is a delicious sandwich cookie. So it's 2 chocolate cookies sandwiching a thin mint candy in the middle. It's just delicious. So we're gonna make the cookie first. It's pretty simple. You wanna start with, what else? Some butter. It's really nothing simple. I mean, like, nothing hard, you guys. This is stuff that you're gonna love. It's a delicious chocolate cookie. We're gonna just throw everything in and mix it together. Some chocolate that I've melted and then just cooled slightly. You just don't want it so hot, but as long as it's just melted and then just sits for a while and just cools down slightly. I love a good chocolate. So I do always try to make sure, for baking especially, I use just a good quality chocolate just because that's kind of what all of these crux is on, is that chocolate cookie. So you want it to have lots of good flavor. So the better chocolate you use, guess what? The better chocolate flavor you're gonna have too. So I have the chocolate in there. We're gonna add some sugar. We're gonna throw it right in there. And then we're gonna add 1 egg. Guys, this is what's fun about this. It's a pretty simple, easy, straightforward recipe, and it's just good. We're gonna add a little bit of corn syrup. I know that's weird, but it just helps hold the cookies together and kind of have a good texture and structure. So we're gonna add it in there. This is one that Mom always made these growing up because they're kind of just different. If you're gonna go somewhere, always at Christmas, we always had the thing where like, are we taking a cookie platter? Which, maybe that's a Midwestern thing, but it was literally just, are we getting together, whether it's with friends, with family, church, whatever it is, and do we need to get together all the different cookies and candies we make at Christmas to take and share? Because that's often what you do with all those extra things that you make. And these were always on that. So to store them, I would always store them separately because that peppermint does get through everything. We're gonna throw on our paddle and then we're just gonna mix it up until it's well combined. So you can see that's well combined. You're really starting to get those chocolate aromas. I love that. So to that, we're just gonna add some dry ingredients. Before we do, I'm gonna scrape it down just once to make sure, you know, sometimes in these electric mixers, that divot on the bottom can get caught with some of the ingredients or just the sides. And so I like to make sure that it's mixing well and that everything is getting combined evenly, especially right before we add our dry ingredients. So for this, all we're gonna need is some flour. And I always do a scoop and swipe method. So I scoop it and overfill that measuring cup, swipe it off to make sure it's level full, dump it in. It's pretty simple. A little bit more. You know, peppermint is one of those things, I think at Christmas too, it can really obviously kind of just have that Christmassy flavor. We're gonna add a little bit of salt. And it's one of those things that some people love peppermint and some people don't. But when you add chocolate to it, hardly anyone ever says no. We're gonna add some baking soda. And then that's all the dry ingredients. So we're just gonna mix it up a little bit more. We're gonna mix it till the dry ingredients are combined, and then we can start baking cookies. I have the cookie mixture here. What I like about these cookies is it doesn't make an overly atrocious amount, which some Christmas cookies do. And especially since then we're gonna sandwich them, it kind of makes half the amount that you're thinking. So I'm gonna make little balls, scoops. And then when I do, I'm gonna roll them, and then I'm just gonna roll them in the sugar, which coats them and gives them that nice kind of crystally, beautiful exterior, which I think is just gorgeous. And so when they come out of the oven then, we let them cool slightly, and then we just sandwich them with a candy in the middle. It's super simple. I think with a Christmas cookie especially, it's just those little extra special touches that make it special. So, you know, you're not gonna maybe make these, especially with the peppermint, every time of the year or just any time, but at Christmas, there's something about them that just feels festive and it feels right. So I am gonna keep shaping, rolling, and putting these on the cookie pan. Then we're gonna pop them in the oven. And guys, we have a Christmas cookie made. Don't you love an easy recipe? This one's completely easy. I'm rolling my last one in the sugar. There's something about rolling a cookie in sugar. It just feels Christmas, right? I think it does. I'm gonna put it on my pan, and I'm just gonna pop these right into the oven. We're gonna let them bake. You know, they flatten out, puff up slightly, and then we let them cool. And then we have a beautiful sandwich cookie. So I'm gonna finish with the rest of them, get them going, and we have cookies put together. I pulled these cookies out. They've been sitting here just about 2 minutes, so they're still hot, and you wanna do this while they're still pretty warm. Is I'm gonna turn half of them over, because what we want is that candy in the center to start like softening right into them, because then it really helps the sandwich to kind of adhere and it melts that center. So we're gonna set them on top, and then we're gonna let them sit a little bit so they melt that center piece. I'm gonna put them on top. Guys, this is, I don't know why, there is just something about a sandwich cookie. Now, you know what I just saw I did? You are seeing my mistake. But I'm gonna tell you, you should always try to put an even number on your pan at a time, because then you pull them out to make your sandwiches. Like right now, I'm gonna make my last sandwich, and look, the lone cookie is gonna have to wait for the next pan to come out of the oven. Don't be like me. Count ahead. So as they soften, you can see it's still softening, but you can kind of just twist it. This is what I like to do. And it just starts kind of pushing them together, and then you get a nice sandwich. So I'm gonna let these keep softening, let them just kind of melt down a little bit more, push them together, and then I'll show you the finished cookie. They're delicious. These have cooled, and as you can see, if you look at them, oh, you guys, look how they look just like a sandwich cookie. You see how it's just kind of that filling now is coming out. That's the melted patty in the middle of the peppermint and the chocolate. My mouth is watering, if you can tell. They're still warm too, but look at that. You get It's like you're eating the candy, but like times 1,000 times better, because you get that crispy exterior of a cookie along with the softened interior of a middle. Guys, this is such a good cookie, and it's a fun one to make at Christmas. The sugar on the outside gives it a little extra crystally finish. I hope you really try this cookie, because I think it's really fun. It's like just enough peppermint, but not too much. As always, it helps me out so much when you guys share these videos around, because it also helps so many more people see how good these videos are. I have more cookies in the oven, so obviously I need to go get those out, but go to wiseguy.com, my website, for more awesome recipes, tips, videos, whatever you need, and just keep being awesome, because you guys are so fun. I love to see your comments, how you use these recipes. It keeps me going and it keeps me excited. Have an awesome Christmas. Make some cookies, because they're good, and I'm gonna keep eating them.